So what is up guys, it's Pickett1993 and today we're back again with another review, but this time it is Kimsun by Kimree. It's the A50W box mod that they've got, regulated device, and the K tank, so the sub tank that comes with it, or what you can buy separately as well. So this is the device here. I got it in blue. Blue isn't my favourite colour, but you know, I'm fine. It's a pretty cool device. Kimree.com. It's a Chinese manufacturer. They're quite big in China. They've got some decent products out there. You might recognise them from quite a few places. But this is a 50-watt device, and this is a sub tank with 0.5 ohm coils. So give it a vape, and then we'll touch on what's in the box and what is on the device. It's a good flavour production and vapour production at the same time. So we'll start with the battery itself. So we'll take the tank off here. We'll come on to that in a second. Right then, so let's have a look in the box. So you get the box like this, very similar. It's a good size. It's very similar to your iStick 50 watts, things like that. And the Kimsun A50W is a personal vaporizer battery designed by Kimree. Of aviation aluminium alloy with USB charge function and power supply function as emergency power bank. High 50-watt ergonomics design makes it very impressive. The size is 43 millimeters by 27.92 millimeters. Weighs 121 grams, and it can fire all the way from 5 watts to 50 watts. Apparently it takes 2.5 hours to charge it. And the acceptable lowest atomizer, the lowest you can go, is 0.2 ohms. So that is a pretty impressive device going off of them. So as you open the box, you'll basically, as you open the box, you'll have your little device sat in there like so. And there's a little just tab at the top there. So if we just take it out, let's pull that out there. What you have underneath, if I can get it out. Underneath there's a USB plug, basically a charger. That's what's underneath. The same as, I've got one here. It's one of these ones. Just your micro USB, and you charge it from the bottom. That is a bit of a problem for me. I like the ones like the 50 watt where you can charge on the side of the device, but where this one's kind of edged outwards like that, it makes it a bit difficult to do that. But the first thing I noticed when picking this thing up, as it's so light. It is made from you know, really kind of, it's like the same kind of make as the iPhone metal, and it's really light for a 50-watt device. It's got obviously an 18650 battery, I'm thinking, in there. It is incredibly light. It really is. You put a tank on it, it's just really lightweight, especially if you're on the go. This is absolutely awesome. So touching on the device, got the blue one, like I said. On the bottom here you have this little button that you press, and it will then allow you to plug in a lead to here, and then you can charge your mobile phone and things from there, which is absolutely pretty, you know, that's a really nice thing to see on there. It's an affordable device as well. You know, if you've already got a 50-watt device, I wouldn't bother, basically. But if you haven't got one already, this is a great starting point, a great setup, and it's a good way to kind of get into sub-ohming, to be honest. It's lightweight, it's cost effective, and it's actually a good device. So that's what you've got on the bottom there. Basically you press that and then it puts it into a different mode. The buttons don't do anything special. There's you click it 5 times, it locks it, and you unlock it again by clicking it 5 times. You press it 3 times, nothing happens. You press both of them, the up and down buttons, nothing happens. It goes all the way up to 50 watts. It has your ohm readings on there, and also has your volt readings on there. But I can't say the word. Basically it's always in watts in the bigger writing. And then on the top here you've got Kimsun, and then obviously your little 510 that you put on there. Now this is bigger than 22mm, so you've got your 22mm tank, and this is just something that bugs me. You see you've got the lip. Obviously it equates for your bigger devices, your bigger RDAs, things like that, and that's great for you guys out there. But for me, I like the ones that kind of fit properly. And where the buttons are positioned, I think they could have been on this side. I don't know how they designed it, but they could have put the buttons on here so it fits in your hand better, like so, instead of the other way around and then pressing it here. It's fine, it's not a problem, it just depends on how you like to vape. It's just one of them things for me. But that is the A50W by Kimree.com. So check them guys out. That's a really awesome 50W device. We'll move on to the tank. We'll just give it one more vape. And that's all there really is to know about the battery itself. It's a nice, really light. This is incredible. I mean, comparing it to this, you know, the 50W and the Atlantis, and then you've got this. That's your kind of size comparison there. So it is taller. I can kind of raise that. So it is taller. Put them side to side. It is taller. It seems bigger on there, but it's bigger on this side than it is on there. The 50W's good because it's an all-rounded kind of perfectly shaped device, even on the top where it fits 22mm. So for some people that's a downfall. Some people this is a good thing, having the bigger width on the top. But it's really lightweight. It really is lightweight. It's just a really lightweight metal. And it's good how they've done this. So we'll give it a vape. We're on 35W. And the good thing with this actually, I think it rounds it to exactly what your coils are. So whereas a 50W it goes to like, you put a 0.5 ohm coil and it'll go up to like 0.6 on the 50W. But it's good that it does that. It's a very clear display on there as well. So we'll give this a vape, guys. And it hits really well too. There's no delay in, literally I'm pressing that button, it's firing, there's no delay whatsoever, whereas on 50W you sometimes get delay. So far this is hitting really good. We'll crank it up a bit more, we'll go to about, and it goes in 0.1 incline, so we'll go up to 37, if you hold it goes a bit quicker. Turn it down to about 35W. But it hits really well, guys. It's a really good solid device. It's got all your markings and things on there as well for battery safety. Been charging it, it doesn't get warm. It charges back a phone and that actually works, which I'm really surprised at. So yeah, that is the A50W mod basically, and they do it in a gold, silver, blue, red, green and black. So black would have been a nice colour. We're going to move on to the tank that's right here. It's called the K tank. Very similar to the Arctic tank, so I'll just put that there for you guys. Very similar to the Arctic tank. I do need to put some more juice in there. Tip it upside down to fill your juice up, but we'll go through the box basically. So on the back, you get your one. You get, it says on here, one OCC core head. You actually get one in the tank and then one in the box itself. It's the English isn't too good on the back. It says K tank install with organic cotton coil head. Make use organic cotton as wick, which is much healthy and environmental. So the English isn't brilliant, but it's fine, it doesn't matter. So as you open it, you've got again a nice little tab, makes it easier to get through. You've got your instructions in there, and then you also below that there is a coil, which we will get out for you guys. Let's open this up. There we go. Oh, I need that. Where have I put it? There it is. A little ring come off the bottom there. So let's just fold that over. There we go. Right then, so this is your coils. It's very similar to the Atlantis and the Arctic coils. You've got all the juice wells on here. This is a 0.5 ohm coil, I believe. It says on the side recommended is 15 to 35W. And it's like your Atlantis where the vertical coils in the bottom, in there. It seems to be, you know, wicked really well. I can't see any nicks or anything in the coil itself. It looks like the Arctic. The tank actually looks like it could fit a Atlantis coil in there too because of the bottom shape of it, which is quite cool. So that is your 0.5 ohm coil head right there. So that's what you get in a box basically. You get a coil, the tank, and that is it. So that's the coil. So we're going to look at the tank. The only gripe I've had with this is, I don't know if you can see it, but the floating pin, it seems like wonky on one edge, like it hasn't been sanded down, if you can see that, but it seems like that to me anyway. It's a solid tank, it's not cheaply made metal, it's a solid, quite a heavy tank. It probably weighs about the same as the battery, if not more. On here you've got the adjustable drip tip on the airflow. It's just there, you can turn that and obviously increase the airflow if you need to. You probably don't need to, because but it's nice to have. It's nice to have that option if you guys do like that. You've got the airflow on there, and you just twist it to close it or open it. So quite straightforward, very similar, like I said, to the Arctic tank. How much does this tank hold? Does it say? Does it say? Looks to me like it holds. Doesn't say how much juice it holds. Let's have a look on the user manual. Doesn't seem to say how much it holds. Oh, 2 mil. There you go. So the weight of it is 73 grams. So considering that the battery weighs 121 grams. So yeah, the tank is nearly the same amount of weight as the battery itself. So yeah, you've got all your instructions on here. Drip tip, airflow, rotating valve, upper class tank, OCC core head, airflow. It's all in there on how to fill it up as well. So basically it's the same as the Arctic. Tip upside down, pull this, unscrew this, then obviously your coil sits in the bottom here. You've got 2 little gaps on the side there where you fill up your juice down the side. They're quite small though, so if you are using a glass dripper, you might have a bit of a problem trying to get the liquid into there. It might spill down the kind of the drip tip hole and things, so do be aware of that. But apart from that, wicks really well. I let the liquid stand in there for about 10-15 minutes and it was vaping from the second I vaped it. Didn't have to start off low or anything like that to, oh god, got cold, to get it going. It just kind of vaped really well and the flavour was brilliant. I'm vaping the yoghurt that was sent out to me by Cat's Vapes, the blueberry yoghurt, so go check that out as well. Really good flavour in these coils. I'm surprised actually, so I thought, oh, you know, Chinese kind of made, it's not going to be the best cotton in the world, but I'm surprised, it really is. So it's a solid tank, seems to have a bit of a knock, I don't know what that is, but you should be absolutely fine. 2 mil of juice, I think could have held a bit more, but if you're pairing it up with this, it's going to be a big device regardless, so maybe I think 2 mil is about right. So we're on 35 watts, 0.5 ohm coil, give this a vape guys. And I don't seem to be having any spitting at all. Maybe that will change as the tank goes along. I've had no spitting at all, which is brilliant. On a lot of these you do get a lot of spitting and things, but not at all on here. And another thing I do like is, even though the drip tip isn't as wide bore as it could be, like the Atlantis, is a 510 drip tip. So you can put any drip tip on there that you want. Let me just grab a other one that I've got. So we've got one here, just pull it off there. You can pop whatever drip tip you want on there, so that's pretty awesome. Going back to the battery actually, it's that kind of metal that if you scratch this quite easily, you will have marks of like the scratches on there, so do be aware of that. So chain vaping it, no issues at all with wicking, keeps up really well. I haven't cranked up, let's crank it up to about, let's go up to 40 watts, see what this performs like. So again, you get a bit dry hits on the 40 watts, so really the coils are meant for about 30 to 35 watts. But it keeps up really well. I like vaping at about 33, just to be on the safe side, 33 and a half. It keeps on really well, it's wicking well, no issues with that whatsoever, and the flavour's great. So as far as the tank goes, for an affordable price, made out of China, really good device, and does seem to be getting quite a bit warm on here, but not as warm as the Atlantis gets, so it's obviously a solid metal as well, it's not a kind of plasticky type one. So that is it guys. And that is the review of the A50W and the K-Tank by Kimree.com. Go check them out, the link will be in the description and also on the screen here. So go check them out guys. The device is quite affordable. It's a good device actually. If you're starting, if you're getting into sub-ohming, this is a really good device to go for guys. So please check them out. A few issues, like I said in the video, with the overhang and things of the battery in the tank, you know, where it equates to like 23-24 mil. But it depends what you're into really, but nevertheless a great device, especially where you can charge back your phone. So that's it for me today guys. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. Follow me on Twitter at picket1993, check out Kimree.com, and if you like any reviews, The email address will be in the description below, which is jamie.pickett@hotmail.co.uk, and I will catch you on the next one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.